this competition, it has been Kelly Sildaru who has been extremely dominant in this event in the history of the X Games.
Kelly Sildaru has never lost a women's X Games slopestyle contest. This is a look back at her 2020 victory. But if you thought she might have missed a beat not being here last year, you would be fooled. She took home the gold in SuperPipe, showing just how dominant she is.
And with that SuperPipe gold last night, she also broke an X Games record. She was tied with the most medals by a teenager at 9 with Shaun White and Nyjah Huston. She is now the sole holder of that title at 10 medals overall. Taking a look at the start list here, we have 7 competitors in the field, and most of them have medaled in the past in this event. So yes, Kelly's dominant. However, Jen, it is not going to come without a fight here today on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
It absolutely will not. Kelly is so talented and consistent, always landing her runs and really strong with her rail skills. But Tess Ledeux is looking so strong as well, landing a first ever double cork 1620 in Big Air, and I think she's going to come out on fire today.
Well, also another little nugget to throw out there. We could make history here today. No female competitor in ski has ever taken gold in Big Air and Slopestyle at the same X Games. So Tess has already gotten that done in Big Air. We'll see if she can do it today here in Slopestyle. But we started off with a Norwegian. This is Johanne Killi.
Johanna has competed in this event many times. Took a little hiatus last year, coming back from an injury, and is looking solid so far. Nice 270 onto that flat down rail. And now we're moving into the jump section here. So 3 jumps, beautiful cork 9 tail grab, checking her speed into this middle jump. Switch 720, getting the Japan grab, and opting for the larger of those 2 sides, going for the switch 10 on run number 1. The switch double cork 10 right off the bat.
So a big run to get it started here by the Norwegian. She missed X Games Aspen last year with a torn left MCL. She gets the party started here today on the Jeep Slopestyle course.
Nice backside switch up there on the rail. And here's a look at that last jump, the switch double cork 1080. We're gonna get a closer look at the landing here and see how well she pulled this off. Nice, really clean, absolutely stomped. I mean, she's just coming out of the gate swinging.
So you're not going to see scores here. We have a live ranking. So basically it's a 30-minute jam session. So you will see the names shift around on the leaderboard, but you will not see numbers next to those names. Tess Ledeux, we talked about her getting the gold in Big Air. She owns 6 X Games medals to her name. She's got 3 gold in Big Air. The gold medal has always eluded her here in Slopestyle.
Switch 270 right off the bat. Clean so far through the rails. This is really an area where historically Kelly has stood out, but this year with these 3 jumps, it is favoring people who have a big bag of tricks, including doubles. So we'll see if Tess is able to get one of those off here. Johanna putting the pressure on, going for the double cork 12, stomped, no problem. This is gonna be one heck of a contest today. I mean, the conditions could not be more perfect out here. Such impressive skiing already.
Taking another look here at the top of the jump section.
Nice switch 7, opening up to put the landing gear down there, coming into this middle jump. Switch right 900, so she can come in forward for this final kicker where she stopped the double cork 12.
And that is going to put her in the top spot, so not a bad way to start it off here in the opening round. Well, did you know that if you can't be here in person, you can actually be here virtually in Aspen by downloading the 5G-enabled X Games app? These cameras are here to get you here. Download now to experience X Games Aspen Live. Pick your fun with self-directed multicam, 180-degree camera, and AR portal experiences, all courtesy of our friends over at Verizon. Kirsty Muir from Scotland. She is our lone rookie in the field at only 17 years old.
I'm excited to see what Kirsty has. 450 onto that, starting things out. Nice little switch up there. coming in switch. And Kirsty grew up on dry slope, much like James Woods, men's ski slope style athlete. There's a nice left side 720, getting the tail grab. And the cork right side 720, so spinning both directions here, opting for the smaller side of these jumps and going for the cork 9. Nice work. 17 years young, rookie, landing your first run at X Games.
Well,
that is amazing.
And she was the first alternate, and she literally got added to the start list right before we came on air with this comp.
There is a look at that. 450. So smooth. Getting her grabs really solid.
So she replaced Julia Tano at the last minute, but not a bad start for her. I mean, you know, you would think that you would have some nerves, some jitters coming into your first X Games event, but she finds herself in that number 3 spot as we go back up top and bring in Whitefish, Montana's Maggie Voisin.
Maggie has been looking strong so far this season. She also was coming back from an injury in 2021, and so it's nice to see her in full form again out here. Right side 900. Looks like she was a little uncomfortable in the air there, but manages to pull it off. Into the switch left 9, a little short on that landing, and opting for the big air side of this jump here, just straight airing it. She was questioning her speed after not landing perfectly on those previous 2 jumps. So she will have to look to her future runs to see if she can get it done.
Well, we do have 3 returning gold medalists in the field, and Maggie is one of them. She holds 2 to her name. She has a gold from Aspen in 2018 and Norway in 2020. We'll look to see more of her in round number 2 as we bring in Switzerland's Mathilde Gremaud.
Mathilde has not been competing all that much this season. And getting things warmed up at X Games, putting it together. Beautiful switch 270 onto that, flat down. Now we move into the jumps here where Mathilde really excels.
Missing that tail grab.
There is the right side bio 900. Setting up on the big air side of this jump. Beautiful switch 7. And Mathilde won big air last year with the first ever switch double cork 14. So I'll be looking to Mathilde to see if she's adding that double into her run on that bottom jump later on today. Here is the look again at that switch 270. Perfect landing, really centered on the rail. So smooth on the takeoff here. Getting that mute grab, tweaking it out, and landing so clean on that switch 7. Such style.
She owns a slopestyle silver medal from Norway in 2020. We'll see where this run slides her into the ranking again. No scores. It is a live ranking. The judges looking for overall impression. So as they see these runs unfold, they will rank the names where they feel they should be on the leaderboard. And that's good enough to put her in the number 3 spot here in this opening round. We bring in Megan Oldham, coming off of a big air silver performance yesterday.
Megan has been looking strong all week, skiing with such confidence. Well, frontside switch up on that rail. Coming in switch. Switch 270 onto the flat down. We're seeing a couple women opting for that line choice. Nice right side 900, reaching back for the tail into the switch 900. Landing solid and into the money booter. Going for the double cork 1260. Wow. Nailing it, and she went massive, taking that to the bottom of the landing. Woo! Nice. Solid run from Megan.
Coming into X Games Aspen 2022, a 3-time medalist. She added another one to make it 4 total, but let's take another look at her first run on the Jeep slopestyle course.
Here's that switch 9, letting go of the grab a little early. If I had to be critical, and unfortunately, the judges have to be critical. And here is the double cork 12, getting the safety grab, holding it throughout, and landing 1, 2, 3 lines down on that landing, going absolutely massive.
Yeah, she sent it deep on that last hit, and that is good enough to put her in the number 2 spot. So it's Tess Ledeux, Megan Oldham, and Johanne Killi. You're 1, 2, 3 here, but hold on. We have our last skier in the run order before we go back up to the top. We talked about her dominant performance. She owns 4 gold medals in this event. As you said, Jen, she's never lost in competition on the slopestyle course. This is Kelly Sildaru.
And already showing us why. Oh no, going for the 360 switch up and just catching an edge on that rail. I was just gonna say, this is where Kelly gets to show off a little bit. So talented on the rails, but sometimes those snow snakes, or in this case, rail snakes, will get you.
Well, with the beauty of the format, she may be down in this round, but definitely not out, because again, it is a jam session here. There's still plenty of time left on the clock, so she will get multiple chances at it to try to jump back up into podium contention here.
Here's a look at that. So she is sliding right foot forward there, gets a little caught up actually on the takeoff, and then when she comes around, again, landing a little bit heavy on that downhill edge of that right ski, and she just gets caught up, and nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, just uncharacteristic to see her get caught up there.
No question.
In the rail section, but again, you want to have a short-term memory when stuff like that happens, so you want to shake that one off, and she'll go take a sled ride back up to the top, and we'll look to see more of her in round number 2. Still plenty of time left on the clock. Right now, it's your Big Air gold medalist, Tess Ledeux, sitting in that number 1 spot. We'll have more when we return. Welcome back to Aspen Snowmass here for the women's ski slopestyle on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Hello everyone, Jimmy Coleman here in the booth, standing alongside Jen Hudak. We've got DC in the field, and well, we've gone through 10 minutes of this 30-minute jam session, 7 competitors in the field. Kelly Sildaru, a dominant person coming into this event. She's down at the bottom of the pack right now, had a little bit of a slip up, but it's your Big Air gold medalist, Tess Ledeux, sitting in the top spot early on here.
Tess has so much momentum at this year's X Games. We saw it in Big Air, and we are witnessing it again on the slopestyle course. Switch 270 onto the rail up top, really clean through the rail section. And when she gets down into the jumps, this is where she really shines. So here is the switch, right side 900, getting the safety grab throughout that, and then sets herself up for the bottom jump where she nails her double cork 1260.
She owns 2 silvers, one from Aspen 2017 as well as Norway that season. She sits in the driver's seat for now. However, there is still a lot of time left on the clock here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. 7 competitors in the lineup here. It is a jam session. No scores in this event. It is a live ranking. The judges are looking for overall impression on each of the runs that you put down here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. So you will see the names, the ranking move around on the leaderboard as we welcome back in Norway's Johanne Killi.
Switch up to 270 out on that first rail feature. Johanna sitting in third and really set the bar for what today's competition was going to be like with that switch dub 10 on her first run. So let's see what she has on the jumps here. Left side, cork 9, getting the grab nice and clean. And the switch 720. Looking over that right shoulder, switch right side, double cork 10 going bigger than in her first run. Woo!
Well, Johanna does own 3 medals in this event, one of them being gold. She took that gold medal in Norway in 2017. Nice transfer there. Here is that left side. 900, reaching back for the tail grab. And she's landing like in such the money spot on these landings, just maintaining her speed from feature to feature. Oh, that bumps her to the top spot. So Johanna, to start off this second round, finds herself in the #1 position, and she bumps Tess Ledeux down to this #2 spot. However, Tess is going to get a chance to answer back right now.
Yeah, Tess is not going to go out without a fight. Clean so far through the rails. And rails make up a significant portion of your score out here. Overall impression, but they are looking for technicality. Ooh, switch left 10.
Also going for the improvement there.
Stepping things up. And the switch right side 900 that time. Setting up for her final jump with the double cork 1260. This is going to be a battle out here today.
Yeah, she's had 2 solid runs, so I ask you, Jen, how do you think that compares with her first run that we saw?
That is definitely improvement. There's no question. She took her switch 7 on that first jump, turned it into a switch 10 this time. Was super smooth and clean through the rails section. Fairly comparable between rails from Johanna to Tess, so we're going to have to see what the judges say here. You can make an argument that a switch dub 10 is a little bit more difficult than that forward double cork 12 that Tess does at the bottom. I would not want to be a judge right now. Both of these women just put down phenomenal runs, and we're just getting started.
Well, as we mentioned before, it's been 5 years since she's seen the Slopestyle podium here at X Games, and she answers back, so she puts herself back in that top spot again. She is chasing that elusive Slopestyle gold. Nicely done there by Tess Ledeux here in round #2. We bring in our 1 rookie in the field, once again representing Scotland, Kirsty Muir, who now finds herself in that #5 position.
Yeah. You don't connect Scotland with skiing, and Kirsty is showing us that we're all a bunch of fools out here. Beautiful switch 270 on, 270 off on that flat down rail. Really technical on those rails, and the switch Misty 9.
Switch hit on the jumps.
Beautiful.
Definitely increasing the difficulty.
Right side cork 7 getting really inverted on that. And she's one of the few that did not compete in Big Air. Boom! Oh, no! Going for the left dub 12 on that bottom jump. Opting for the left side down there. The Big Air competitors opting for the right side. They competed it. They're more familiar with that side of the jump. But for Kirsty, she did not compete in that event and opting to stick with that left side. So great run. She'll just need to hold on to that next time.
That will not improve the rankings, so we'll look to see more of her in the next round as we are just under 17 minutes. Here comes Maggie Voisin once again.
Starting things out with that switch 270. Nice switch up there on that second rail. See what Maggie has for us on the jumps this run. Right side cork 9, cleaner than run number 1.
Definitely an improvement.
Here is the switch left side 9. Coming up a little short on that landing. See if she has the speed for this bottom jump. And opening up, looks like she was planning to go for the dub 12 and just bailed on it partway through. Realized she kind of missed her takeoff there, and you'll see her kind of stretch out like a cat looking for the ground in the middle of that.
You can see by the body language there, a little frustrated on that last hit when she put her hands on her hips and looked back up mountain.
Yeah, and here's a look at that switch 9. So she comes around just barely over the knuckle, and that's a big impact. These jumps are huge. That second jump is about 65 feet. And here you go, she's setting up for that dub 12, and right there, that's where she bails. She opens up, finds the ground again. Such athleticism.
Okay, so she's gonna have to look to that next round as we are marching towards the 15-minute mark here on the Jeep Slopestyle course. Coming her way right now from Switzerland, Mathilde Gremaud. She finds herself just one spot on the outside looking in, sitting in 4th.
Right 270 onto that first rail and left 270 onto that middle rail. Switch right 270 onto that bottom rail. Now we get into the jumps for Mathilde, opting for the left side dub 10 on the first jump. And there is the bio 9 setting up switch in this final kicker and keeping it nice and smooth and clean with the switch 7 on the end there. So she's opting to go for her double on that first jump. It's a little bit smaller. I think she feels a little more confident getting that done earlier.
Leading out the execution. She does that double 10 on the first one.
And here is a look back at that first double. Dub 10, a little bit of a wheelie out of the landing there. Not the cleanest that I have seen out of Mathilde. That's the beauty of these jam formats, though. You get quite a few reps. I think they'll get at least 4 runs out here today.
That's enough to bump her up, so she bumps Megan Oldham out into 4th. So Mathilde has now put herself into podium contention as we are just about 14 minutes left to go here. And as of right now, we are just getting word here that Kelly Sildaru is electing to pass on her run in this round. You have to ski in the order of the start list that we saw at the top of the show. So she is going to pass this go around. Here's what happened in the first run for Kelly in the rail section.
This was such a bummer. Just catching that downhill edge, and there's really nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's metal on metal right there, and it'll just drag you down.
You hope it's just a technical issue and that she's not injured, but we will get an update to you as soon as we get it. But that is the big story shaking down here in this second round with a little over 14 minutes left to go. Megan Oldham just got bumped down into that number 4 position. Can she counter back here?
Such a strong field out here today. Switch up there to 270 off that second rail feature. Clean through the rails so far. Switch 270, and coming into the jumps where she really shines.
The right side
900, tail grab, landing beautifully, plenty of speed. And there is the switch 900, getting the safety grab in there, not holding it quite as thoroughly. And here is the double cork 12. Oof, just getting over the knuckle there. Gonna have to see if that is an improvement. I would say that bottom jump, this double cork 12, is not quite as good as what we saw in run number 1, but we'll have to see if there were enough other improvements to offset it. My guess is not. You make such a statement with this last jump, and as much as judges try to be objective, sometimes there is a little bit of subjectivity in terms of just the emotional response you have to it.
So here in the second round, it is not going to be enough, and she's going to have to settle for 4th as of right now. It is still far from over right now. It's your Big Air gold medalist, still sitting in the top spot. We'll be back to Buttermilk after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
X Games Aspen is brought to you by Wendy's, the official breakfast of X Games Aspen.
So that was a look at Kelly Sildaru there on TikTok. Hashtag X Games is officially trending on TikTok. Also, what's trending right now is, unfortunately, we just got word that Kelly Sildaru has withdrawn from this competition. So that is a big news. However, it is Tess Ledeux. She was your winner in Big Air, taking the gold. She sits in the top spot as of right now on this Jeep Slopestyle course. Can she hang on? If she does and takes gold here in Slopestyle, she will set an X Games record, as no female ski competitor has ever taken gold in Big Air and Slopestyle at the same X Games. Right now, we're going to send it down to DC with an update on Sarah Hoefflin, who withdrew from competition earlier today.
Yeah, thank you guys. Sarah Hoefflin, definitely one of the best women skiers out there. Unfortunately, not competing today after a fall in Big Air practice the other day. Just deemed it not to her best interest to compete today, erring on the side of caution. So wishing her a speedy recovery, looking forward to see her back on course. But for more of an in-depth look on Sarah Hoefflin and what an amazing individual she is, our 2018 Big Air champ as well, check it out in today's Pacifico. Discover more.
Howdy everybody, it's our lucky day. Beautiful day, chair chat. Let's just kick this off. This is your 5th year, Sarah Hoefflin. How are you feeling coming into year 5, X Games Aspen?
I had no idea this was my 5th year.
I just did the math and it checks out.
Damn.
5th
No,
year.
you're right, it is. My first X Games was just before the last Olympics. So. Yeah, it's nice. The X Games is just so different, you know, it's a more chill vibe, and I think it just like pushes everyone to just progress and like throw the biggest tricks. And I think knowing that you're on the biggest stage in the world and everyone's watching, everyone's hyped, everyone around here as well, everyone is just so stoked to just see you, and it's just a different vibe to being in a normal World Cup.
Yeah, you're kind of one of the pioneers when it comes to the doubles in women's freestyle skiing. I mean, over the last 5 years, it's been really cool to watch from the sidelines. Like, so much respect for how far you guys are pushing it. So how are you feeling about the course?
I love it.
Love the course, that's
really
good.
It's really cool. There are so many options, and I think I figured out a rail run.
All right.
And I think it could actually be my hardest rail run that I've ever done. So
Really?
I'm hoping to progress on the rails.
Nice work. That's amazing.
A little inside look into Sarah there, and again, unfortunate that she withdrew with competition, but we wish her a speedy recovery and hope to see her in more X Games in the future. We have 7 in the, well, now we're down to 6 in the field with Kelly Sildaru dropping, so it is a jam session. There is still time on the clock here, so it is still up for grabs. Johanne Killi sitting in that number 2 position to start us off in this 3rd round.
It has been a battle between Johanne and Tess so far, just trading spots in that 1st and 2nd position. So we're gonna see if she ups the level even more on this run. Left side cork 9, not getting the grab as long as we've seen in some of her other runs. Here is the switch left 10. Let's see if she has the speed for this last jump here. Switch, dub 10, and she does!
Now remember, she overtook that top spot from Tess in her 2nd run, and then Tess answered back to bounce her back to 2nd. Let's see what happens here with that ranking as we approach the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, this is crazy. So she turned a switch 7 here into a switch 10, getting the tail grab. Coming up slightly short on the rotation there. And then she sets up here and just nail. I mean, she has this trick on lock, like no problem. Switched up 10. Easy peasy.
But that's definitely one of the top runs today.
So we'll see what happens here. Again, no scores. It is a live ranking. She will not answer back. She will stay in that silver medal position as of now. So here comes your current leader, Tess Ledeux, and the story we keep telling. She won Big Air gold. And again, no female ski competitor has ever taken Big Air gold and Slopestyle at the same X Games.
Switch 2 onto that rail and a 270 off that rail. Tess is on fire. Beautiful. Switch 10 on the 1st jump. Nice grab on that one. And here is the switch right 9 landing deep plenty of speed coming into this final jump. And just flawless on the dub 12. Flawless.
As we mentioned before, 5 years since she's seen the slopestyle podium here at X Games. And she missed Norway 2020 due to injury. We didn't see her here in Aspen last year either, so glad to see her back in the mix and hard charging here in 2022.
Yeah. Looking really strong. Good technicality through the rails as well. And she just locks onto that grab. So stylish. Might have been one of the best dub 12s she's ever done. Exclamation point at the end of the run.
Well, with time still on the clock here, trying to solidify that #1 position as she chases history out here on the Jeep slopestyle course. We still have just under 10 minutes to unfold here and see how that story ends. But Kirsty Muir out of Scotland, again, getting in here as an alternate at the last minute, replacing Julia Tano. Kirsty sitting just 2 spots out of the podium right now in that #5 spot.
Yeah, and spinning onto that rail more than anyone else in this field. Switch 2 to 270 off, that third rail feature. And here is that switch Misty. Such a cool rotation.
Over the top, forward rotating.
Rotating in the forward
right
corking
side
position on
7
that. And then there is the right side cork 7. Let's see if she can clean this up here. Boom! Getting the dub 12. Nice. What a performance for Kirsty out here.
Yeah, of her 3 runs, she had a little slip up in round #2. But again, I mean, to come in here, you're the youngest competitor in the field at 17. It's her first ever X Games. And I mean, she put down a big run to start. And I mean, the jitters do not seem to be a problem for her.
Cool look
Through
at
the
that
Jeep.
450 onto that first rail. Only woman in the field doing that. And there's a really nice cork 7. Clean grab on that. And of course, that final jump where she manages to finally land that dub 12.
That's going to bump her up 1 spot. She was in 5th pre-run, so that bumps her up to 4. So she's knocking on the door of podium contention. Well, 5-time X Games slopestyle medalist Maggie Voisin is the subject of today's Apple profile. Before we see her run, let's take a look.
Hi everyone, I'm Maggie Voisin, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a back swap, also known as a blind swap. We call it a back swap or a blind swap because it's blind. For me, I really like to just get as centered on the rail as possible. You're actually doing just a 180 on the rail, sliding the other foot forward than you originally started. You just got to commit to that, be balanced, stay centered, and keep your feet hip distance apart. Back swaps are one of my favorite tricks. The trick to the trick, it's all about committing and trusting yourself.
So some of Maggie's favorite tricks, and it kind of gives you an up-close and personal view of some of the rail features on this course. And can you believe that was all shot on an iPhone?
That's amazing.
It's so incredible. So Maggie sitting in a #6 spot right now, down there in the bottom of the pack.
And there is that blind swap that she just taught us all how to do. So I expect every one of you to be out on the slope course soon. Makes it sound so easy. Right side cork 9.
Ooh, hanging
Not
on
getting
there.
the grab, super clean, and maybe coming up a little short. It didn't have the greatest look at that landing. Getting that switch 9 around and coming into this final jump and opting again just for a straight air. Doesn't look like she's super comfortable on that line right now. Wanting to get the dub 12 on that last jump. She knows she's capable of it. So she just needs to shake that off. She needs to trust herself. And here is a look at that switch 270. Clean through the rails. Reaching back for tail and letting go a little bit early. Yeah, just coming up a little short.
See after those last 2 runs too, just a little bit of frustration there coming into the corral area there. So Down there in 6 for now. We'll see if she can bounce back here with the 6:45 and some change as we count down left to go here on the jam session clock on the Jeep Slopestyle course. It's still Tess Ledeux, Johanne Killi, and Mathilde Gremaud. Your 1, 2, 3.
Mathilde looks like she's getting more and more comfortable on this course.
No matter what you set out to do, people will say you shouldn't, couldn't, can't, aren't allowed to, and probably won't. Which is what makes it feel so good. When you go back and tell them that you did. Jeep, there's only one.
Boom! Adding the dub 10 at the bottom, stepping it up. So Mathilde, the first to do 2 doubles in 1 run. She had the left double cork on her first jump and then ended the run with the switch double 10.
But top to bottom, great run. 2 double
Dang.
corks.
So we'll see if this is able to bump her up. She's looking at a bronze medal as of right now. Let's take another look here.
Here is that dub 10 off the top. Landed super clean, and then setting up here, switch into this bottom jump. Not locking the grab, but no problem with that rotation, putting the feet down, spotting her landing there. I said it already, I don't envy the judges today. It's how do you decide?
So that is going to bump her up 1 spot. She is going to overtake Johanne Killi and put herself in a silver medal position. So it's the same names in the top 3 spots here. They just flip-flop here from 2nd to 3rd. So we bring in Megan Oldham, who now sits in that number 5 slot here with 4:37 and counting down to go.
And that was a look at a front swap. So we saw Maggie doing the blind swap where you are rotating up towards the top of the hill. And Megan opting for the front swap, rotating toward the bottom of the hill. Clean so far, nice 900 on that first jump. Switch left 7, going huge. Almost looked like she wanted to set up for a switch dub there. I could be wrong about that, but she came in hot.
Just calling it off there on that last hit. Gonna regroup and take it back up to the top here for the next round.
And there is a look at that. Yeah, it looks like she was maybe going for a double and got a little hooked up on that takeoff. Manages to find the ground again and hand drag and washes out.
One more go at it.
So here on the Jeep Slopestyle course, it looks like we're going to get 1 more round of runs as we're working towards the 3.5-minute mark. However, the story here, Kelly Sildaru has withdrawn from competition, but it's your Big Air gold medalist, Tess Ledeux, sitting in the top spot as of right now. Can she hang on? We'll find out when we come back. Welcome back to X Games Aspen 2022 here at Aspen Snowmass. After a one-year hiatus, we are happy to have the fans back out here on the mountain, and you couldn't ask for a better day here for this women's ski slopestyle event on the Jeep Slopestyle course. We've got one more round of runs left to go here on the Jeep Slopestyle course, and well, we talked about four-time slopestyle gold medalist Kelly Sildaru being the top favorite. She is withdrawn from competition, but it's Tess Ledeux sitting in the top spot, and she is chasing history out here today as we start off the last round here with Johanne Killi currently sitting in bronze medal contention.
Nice, getting the switch up and the 270 off on that first rail. Switch 2 there. I think her rail section in run 2 was better than her rail section in run 3, but her jumps were better in run 3, so if she can put everything together here, it could be good. Left side 900, setting up for that switch 10.
Oh no, just getting caught up there, catching an edge.
Caught up, just barely over the knuckle and not quite completing that rotation. May have jinxed her.
You know, and it's been a little bit of a battle. I mean, at one point in time in this competition, she had overtaken Tess for the top spot. Tess came right back and reclaimed that, but then she was sitting in second, but in that last round of runs, Mathilde bumped her down to bronze to put herself in a silver medal spot. So it's been a battle between those top three.
It absolutely has, and a fun battle to watch.
Well, we talked about Tess Ledeux chasing history here. She's already earned a Big Air gold medal here at Aspen Snowmass. If she can hold on to this #1 spot, she will be the first female ski competitor to win both of those events at the same X Games.
And watch Tess on this bottom rail. 450 off, getting the grab in there. Doesn't like it. She's gonna have to rely on that third run. Ooh. Okay, I need to stop talking. I know I'm supposed to be talking, but I feel like I'm jinxing them.
So that'll do it for your current leader.
This is so hard because she's kind of early in the run order. You know, there's still 4 athletes to go, and she just has to sit.
Yeah, this is still up for grabs. I mean, forget the time clock. When that runs out, we still do finish out the run order, so the time clock is not a factor. We ensure that everybody gets the same amount of runs here.
Switch 2 onto that first rail. Fun look at that through the Jeep.
But you get the Jeep dash view, and you get it on the onboard cam right there.
I love that.
She's still in that top spot. The question is, can she hang on with 4 skiers left to go here on the Jeep Slopestyle course? Our lone rookie in the field, Scotland's Kirsty Muir. She's on the bubble right now. Can she crack into the top 3?
Oh, not the cleanest on that first rail. She was a little bit off center. She is spinning 1.5 times onto that rail, so it's not like it's easy or anything. Switch 2 to 270 off that bottom rail. Truly one of the most technical rail runs that we've seen today. And the switch Misty 9.
Top to bottom. The judges want to be able to compare that.
The cork right 7, getting the grab. Going for the dub 12 again. Stomped. Making Scotland proud.
And again, I mean, we've said this a couple of times, but it's a story worth repeating. I mean, she was an alternate. She did not know she was in this competition until literally minutes before we started it.
Yeah. You can see there, just coming off that rail a little bit early. She didn't land centered on her feet. But here is that switch Misty. Such a cool rotation. Corking in the forward position. And here is that dub 12 at the end, reaching back for tail and landing nice and clean.
So the time has run out on the clock, and just to recap, we do finish out the run order so everyone gets the same amount of runs. So Kirsty Muir not going to crack into that top 3, but Kirsty, welcome to the X Games, and not a bad finish in your first X Games appearance. 4th place, Maggie Voisin with one more chance here, trying to get herself out of that bottom spot in 6th.
Let's go, Maggie. Clean through the rails so far. She's been having difficulty with speed on those jumps. Just point it. starting out with that right 9. Clean, little speed check into the second jump, the switch left 9, again clean, and now we need the dub 12. And there it is. Oh, no. Just a little shy of getting those feet back underneath her to land. But given how her day has gone, I'm so proud to see her pull that off, to have the confidence to get that dub 12 in the air. And there's that switch 9, setting up for the dub 12 here. Looking good here, just needed a little more time in the air to get that fully around. A great effort.
She will have to settle for 6th on the day there. So tough outing that last go around. We are down to our final 2 competitors with only one of them on the outside looking in. Mathilde Gremaud takes to the course now. She currently is sitting in a silver medal spot. She's guaranteed a medal as of right now. The question is, what color will it be?
Looking good through the rails. One of the only women to spin it in both directions onto those rails. Bonus points there. Here is the dub 10. Such a great view of that. And here is the right side 900. Little slow on that. Setting up for the dub 10. Oh, and going huge on that last jump. So it's not going to be an improvement for Mathilde. So Tess has dodged another bullet.
She's still looking at a medal. That was Tess, your current leader that you saw prior to going back to the shot of Mathilde. So now it all comes down to her. There's Tess again, hoping to make history here. Can she be the first female ski competitor to take gold in both a big air and a slopestyle event at the same X Games? It all comes down to this last run here on the Jeep slopestyle course. Megan Oldham is the last one that can shake up the standings. She sits on the outside looking in by 2 spots. It all comes down to this last run.
I mean, Tess can't even watch right now. So many nerves. Totally out of her control. Beautiful switch up to 270 out on that second rail feature. Switch 2, coming into the jumps. The right cork 9 tail grab. You could hear a pin drop right now. The anticipation. Going for the switch double 9. We have not seen that out of Megan yet. And the dub 12. Oh, and she lands it! Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Hold on, everybody.
That is crazy. She also just did 2 doubles in 1 run. Both her and Mathilde did 2 doubles in 1 run. Were her rails strong enough to overtake Tess Ledeux? Only time will tell. Locking the safety grab there, spotting the landing. And here is that dub 12 again. Going so big. Speed, not an issue for Megan at all. That is some phenomenal skiing.
Is this going to be enough? Everyone nervously eyeing that leaderboard. It is going to be enough to get her into the podium. It's not enough to overtake the top spot, so Tess Ledeux has made history out here today. So let's take a look back at her winning performance out here on the Jeep slopestyle course.
Such an incredible performance from Tess. Switch 2 onto that rail, 270 out. So good, showing her talents in a variety of ways out here. And just stomping her landings run after run.
Her second gold medal of the weekend. Let's check it now with DC.
Thank you, guys. Well, bravo. Congratulations, Tess Ledeux. Big air gold yesterday, and now slopestyle gold today. Your first slopestyle gold medal. Describe what is going through your mind right now.
It's just a dream come true. I'm just so happy. It's amazing. I have no words, actually. Oh, thank you for everything.
Such an epic weekend out here. How will this weekend rank in your competitive history and your memories, do you believe?
Yeah, this week I think it's the best week of my life for sure, and I'm just so happy. I have no words, sorry.
Well, your father's light is shining bright in you. Congratulations.
I mean, what a performance. I mean, it's been 5 years since she's seen the slopestyle podium. We missed her at the last 2 contested X Games. And what a way to make your comeback in the statement she's made here in Aspen in 2022, Jen.
I am just so blown away and so happy for Tess to be able to have the weekend that she had out here.
Well, that's a wrap on the Jeep slopestyle course, but we're far from over. Congratulations to Megan Oldham with the bronze, Mathilde Gremaud with her 2nd silver, and Tess Ledeux setting a record out here with the first Big Air and slopestyle gold at the same X Games. We'll have more after this message and a word from our ABC stations.